I am Tarantulus, your creator. Identify yourself.
Spiders! Dare invade the colony! Inferno! Terrorize!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we are reviewing the Legacy Evolution Voyager class Predacon Inferno. But that was a quick intro, so let's make it a little tiny itty bitty bit longer by looking at the box. Sorry for the interruption. A friend is running errands and they texted me a picture of the Transformers section. So, now that we're back, let's look at Inferno's box. I don't need to put the crap on my face because this isn't clear plastic. So let's pick up the phone and take a look. So we got the hollow gaping void. We got on top Legacy. You got on the side Predacon Inferno. On the front Ant. On there Legacy. You got Transformers. On the side you get all this art, and this is Inferno, written in Cybertronian. I really like that they did that on the Legacy packaging. We got Megatron, Dragstrip, I don't know who that is, Kickback, and Thundercracker, I believe. On the back, we have the Predacon Inferno. We got Inferno, 26 steps, Ant mode. This QR code leads to the Transformers Legacy website, a bunch of random words. And there you have everything to go over with the box, because we aren't really going to be using Legacy packaging anymore. We're going to do the new Age of the Prime Studio Series Unified packaging. So, now, let's look at Inferno, if he'll stand up. Hold on. Stay standing, idiot. There we go. Inferno. He does look quite good being accurate to the Beast Wars cartoon, but with a bit more kibble, from what I can tell, and more detailed. One thing that's cumbersome is the ant mode legs. They can get in the way of articulation, which can sometimes be annoying. But other than that, he looks pretty overall good. The head sculpt is absolutely wonderful. Like, I love this head. This is like my favorite color of blue, and then like a chromed out version. Yes. His accessory is a quad-barreled gun, which I can't seem to find any source of inspiration for. It doesn't look like the gun he had in the show, but it's still a good gun, and it is and it can go on the hand. It's blast effect compatible, and with Inferno being Inferno, you can open up the ant abdomen, which not only does that make him balance a bit better, it also allows you to do this, and it spins. So that's fun. If this guy were released in Legacy Evolution, they would have called that Evo Fusion. Articulation time. So, Inferno has quite a fair amount of articulation. Head is on a really expressive ball joint, can tilt side to side, look up, look down, and can go forward with that hinge, so he can look up very far, and he has an opening mouth, and the light piping here is really good. I wasn't able to capture it on anything because I use my phone to record these, so I can't take my phone flashlight and shove it up the back of his head, but it is very good light piping. Trust me. Shoulders pull a full 360, hinge in and out, bicep rotation, double joint at the elbow, wrist swivel that oftentimes moves this ant leg. You do get a waist joint, and it is for transformation. These pieces go up, hips go forward that far. Move all this out of the way, they can go back that far. They can go in and out. You get a thigh rotation. Single jointed bend at the knee, but you can utilize the transformation hinge to go double bend. And that bends almost all the way, but then clicks in. And the feet, the toes can pivot down, the heels can pivot down, and they have a really good, really good ankle pivot. So Inferno is very well articulated. He's got double joints, he's got the wrist swivels, he's got the really deep knees and ankle bends. He's really fairly articulated. So let's do size comparisons. I have a figure of each size class to compare him to. So first up, we are going to look at the Transformers Legacy United Core Class Tasmanian Kid. My version has a really loose shoulder ball joint. I think after I record this, I'm going to try to fix that with super glue because I've gotten better at that. If you want me to post a guide on that, I will, or just look up other guides because it is kind of scary to do. But there's that size comparison. Next up we have Legacy Deluxe Class Sandstorm. I do not like this figure. Please, for the love of God, do not make me review that figure. It is not great. Don't get the Kingdom Scorponok mold. Just don't do it. I'd rather get the Rise of the Beasts Scorponok mold and put it in my Beast Wars collection. And that's a live action film thing. I don't have that mold. I've heard it's good, and the Kingdom Scorponok mold, not great. We have Legacy Evolution Leo Prime, so they are about the same size, but Inferno is a bit bigger. So there's that comparison. And wait, hold on. I forgot him outside. Don't know how I forgot about this guy, but we got Transmetal 2 Megatron, who can't even fully fit on screen, which is probably not a great sign about our next comparison being able to fit on screen, because our next comparison is Magmatron. So, how am I gonna go about this? I'm just gonna try. Oh. Well, won't you look at that? So there is Legacy United Commander Class Magmatron, who is almost double Inferno's height. If we take Leo Prime and put him on top of Inferno, yeah, he's taller, but hardly, and Inferno fell over. Yeah, Inferno, with all the stuff on his back, does struggle with balance, but yeah, Magmatron is big, and don't worry, I will cover all of his modes in Beast Mode size comparison. Speaking of Beast Mode, let's get into said Beast Mode. I would also like to insert here, I did look at the weight of these guys. I don't quite remember their weights, but I will put them on screen now because I took a picture of them. So that can get you a little thing. Oh, Inferno also has forward butterfly joints. Completely forgot to mention that. Completely forgot he had them, but yeah, due to transformation, he has kind of fake, crappy forward butterflies. Alright, transformation. So, first thing I like to do is compress this. Just makes it a solid mass that isn't moving around a bunch. Next, what we can do is split the ant head, bring out the mandibles, and the ant head will shift forward, and Inferno's chin should stick out there. And then you flatten that out, bring the ant head up, and it will combine again. And there is your ant head. So, arms. You want to bend the elbows fully all the way. move the legs around as much as you can. And the one with the tab on the bottom here is the one I usually put in first. So, and then his little thumb will go into that slot. So just slide that into place. This is easily one of the most fiddly parts of the transformation, getting all this lined up. And the arms, as you can see, have corresponding tabs and slots that will peg together. And then you need to get everything else situated. It can be a bit cumbersome, but once you have it all situated, there are your front ant legs. Now we work on the back. So rotate the waist, take the robot mode legs, bring these back, and shift this entire assembly down. Next, you want to open this up, rotate this piece 180 degrees, it will click in. Now let's work on compressing the legs. So you want to fold the leg in, and there's a tiny tab right there that'll go into that slot. So just tab that in, do the same on the other side. Then you want to utilize that double joint to compress the leg upward like that. So this is what it looks like non-compressed, and that's what it looks like compressed. Then you have a port and a peg here that will snap together. Now we can work on the abdomen. So shift this down. These pegs on the side of the legs will go into those ports. So just like so. And then these slots here will go into those tabs. So just, oop. This part can be a little fiddly. This entire transformation can unfortunately be a little fiddly. So just get it all secured, snapped into place. Orient these rear legs. I'm frankly not so sure. Here, I'm gonna look at the box actually. Oh, that's how you're supposed to do it. Okay, so what we do is these shift down, apparently. And then you set him down, get all the ant legs situated, and boom. Ant mode. Ant mode is decent. Its design is really good, with a lot of organic detail and stuff, but there are some areas I don't like. For one, the legs, they look good, yes, but their articulation is weird. And speaking of articulation, let's do his. Head is on a hinge, but likes to fall down. These pieces move around. The mandibles can open all the way, or they can close all the way. Ant legs. Front legs move up and down. Middle legs move side to side. And rear legs move that way. So you can get this, and of course you can do that, but whatever. So let's do size comparisons now. This is going to be a tad bit difficult to do with some specific thing. Come on, stand. Stand correctly on all 6 of your legs. Please stand right. Thank you. So, first... Oh, and also weapon storage. This pegs into the back, but whatever. First, we are gonna do Tasmanian Kid. So yeah, he's small. I'm gonna bring these up a bit, adds a bit more flair to it, in my opinion. Next up, we have the Legacy Deluxe Class Predacon Sandstorm. Please, never make me review this. I do not like it. And I would sell it if I could, but no one would buy it because it's bad. Next up we have Leo Prime. So there's that. Inferno looks more dynamic than Leo Prime in beast mode. For the sake of him actually fitting, I've compressed Transmetal 2 Megatron's wings. So there's that comparison for you. And now let's do all 4 of Magmatron's animal or beast modes, or whatever you want to call them. First off, I gotta get the... hold up. I just gotta get the Sky Source into a position in which he can actually stand on the ground. There we go. So we have the Skysaurus. Is that comparison? Oh. Yep. Coming. There we go. We have the Seasaurus, which in terms of size is very similar to Inferno, but is much more dense. Like, a lot more dense than Inferno. And finally, for the base 3 alt modes, we have the Landsaurus, who's very much so larger. So now, we need to do their combined beast mode. God help me. Alright, I got it all transformed. So now, we can look at Inferno next to Magmasaurus, who barely even fits in my setup. Yeah, this is not a fair comparison in any sense of the word. Alright, so now that we have done all those size comparisons and talked about the ant mode, we can get into some final thoughts. This is a decent figure. It still has some flaws, but I'd say it's still solid at least. It'd be difficult to find nowadays as we aren't even in the legacy stage anymore, so that is a bit unfortunate. You'd probably only be able to find it on the aftermarket or something, but whatever. That's been this review, so goodbye and good night.